Attat in the Gurage zone, around 180 kilometers southwest of Addis Ababa. In 1968, there were no roads here, no electricity, no connections for water. The next hospital was in Addis. When a pregnant woman who had needed a cesarean section died, the medical mission sisters decided to provide help right here. They took over a vacant school building, founded a hospital, and created the possibilities for operations. But people were skeptical at the beginning, reports a nurse who was there right from the start.
Operieren, den Bauch aufschneiden, ne? Das war doch, manche sind dann wieder weg. Aber manche haben doch den Mut gehabt. Und nachdem die ersten Operationen gut verlaufen waren, da haben wir natürlich immer mehr, ne? Gute Arbeit, immer mehr Leutchen kommen.
Once the site of empty fields, a whole village has settled here, with an infrastructure adapted to the hospital's visitors. These days, each workday around 370 people come to the outpatient department at Attat Hospital, which is still run by the medical mission sisters. In 2021, a total of more than 96,000 people were treated as outpatients, nearly 7,900 as inpatients. Especially important, the surgical services department. A good 5,100 minor and almost 2,000 major operations are performed each year. Of those, around 880 alone are cesarean sections.
Das ist das, was in der Peripherie in einem einfachen Krankenhaus auf dem Land gebraucht wird. Dass man notfallmäßig operiert wird, an Blinddarm, an Darmverschluss, bei Trauma, ja, und dann natürlich wie immer die nötigen Kaiserschnitte gemacht werden. Ne? So deshalb ist also dieses Krankenhaus oder überhaupt ein Krankenhaus auf dem Land in Äthiopien ohne Chirurgie fehlt ein Bein, steht auf einem Bein.
In her capacity as medical director since 1997, Rita Schiffer bears the main responsibility for surgical gynecology, obstetrics and operative emergency surgery. Initially with support from a surgeon from India, the gynecologist has expanded the obstetrical and gynecological operations, basic emergency surgical care and elective operations, and set them all on sustainable feet. The surgical wing was newly built in 2017 with the support of the association South Tyrolean Doctors for the World. The 3 operating rooms are large and well lit, all equipment is well cared for. The sterilization team works meticulously, anesthesia and operations are performed rapidly and professionally. The result, a near zero infection rate. A new surgeon has been at Attat since the spring of 2022 and increasingly performs elective operations, for example prostate, gallbladder and thyroid surgery, or in the event of a hernia. Owned by the Catholic Church, Attat Hospital is listed on paper as a primary hospital, but thanks to generous donations, it has a considerably better status. Beside the surgeon, the hospital employs 2 integrated emergency surgical officers, 3 general practitioners, 4 health officers, more than 90 additional healthcare professionals, and around 100 other employees. This afternoon, Rita Schiffer is on duty in the maternity ward. Called Sister Rita due to her religious affiliation, at the moment she is bringing a baby into the world with the help of vacuum extraction and training midwives in the process.
Also für mich bedeutet nachhaltige Chirurgie vor allen Dingen Ausbildung. Das ist jetzt nicht nur auf ärztlichem Niveau, sondern das gilt auch für das ganze Krankenhaus. Es gilt für den Kreissaal, gilt für die OP-Leute, gilt für die Hebammen, fürs Labor. Unser Krankenhaus ist über die letzten 15 Jahre zu einem Ausbildungskrankenhaus gewachsen.
Especially important for sustainable surgery in Ethiopia are the integrated emergency surgical officers. In a 3-year supplementary training course that was offered within the framework of a government program until 2019, health officers were able to acquire the necessary qualifications to perform emergency surgical and gynecological interventions, for instance appendectomies and cesarean sections. Primary hospitals in remote regions that are unable to afford any surgeons receive well-trained personnel for surgical emergency care as a result. At Attat, a total of 81 surgical officers have been trained further. 2 of them remained and are key pillars of the operating room team.
And I was lucky, I am also working with Dr. Rita, who works day and night and who gives more experience and confidence.
However, the best operations are the ones not needed in the first place. So the clinic banks on good maternity management. The maternity waiting home for mothers with risky pregnancies offers 44 beds and a common kitchen. The women are only 2 minutes away from the delivery room. The team can respond quickly around the clock, which is why uterine ruptures, fistulas, urinary incontinence or sepsis occur much less often. The same is true for complications with newborn infants. Mortality is minimal. Kröner Schiffer was in the maternity waiting home because a caesarean section had to be used to deliver her first child 2.5 years ago. Sister Rita was able to deliver her second child without an operation.
እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን በጣም ጥሩ ሆስፒታል ነው አጣጥ ሆስፒታል ዶክተር ሪታን በጣም ወዳቸዋለሁ እና አመሰግናለሁ.
Although Sister Rita constantly emphasizes how important the whole team is.
Wir haben Gott sei Dank ein sehr gutes Team und auch ein eingespieltes Team. Ja, die Assistenz kann schon verstehen, was man jetzt als nächstes machen will. Ja. Man bittet um einen bestimmten Faden und der wird gebracht. Oder die Putzfrauen. Das ist immer total wichtig, dass man von einem OP zum anderen gehen kann und das ist schon wieder in Ordnung gebracht. Was noch fundamentaler ist, dass die Waschmaschinen funktionieren, beziehungsweise dass man Wasser hat und dass man Elektrizität hat für die Waschmaschinen und für die OP-Lampe und dass da Diesel im Tank ist, der den Generator in Gang hält.
2 modern generators were donated to the hospital that fill in when there is a power failure. The team takes good care of them. Maintenance and repairs belong just as much to the sustainability concept as good staff retention. The creation of more hospitals in the surrounding area and the collaboration of surgical officers enable Sister Rita to increasingly devote more time to a topic that means a lot to her: operations on elderly women for incidents of uterine prolapse.
Weil diese Frauen, die über Jahrzehnte schwer getragen haben, Wasser getragen haben, zum Markt 2-mal die Woche Kinder geboren haben, durch Sieb fallen. Ja, die sind nicht mehr wichtig zur Familienplanung, haben nicht das große Geld, sondern müssen sich was erarbeiten.
Meanwhile, prolapse operations are the second most frequent operations at Attat after caesarean sections. Sister Rita helps about 500 elderly women a year, mostly for free or for a modest self-paid fee. The hospital generally supports people who otherwise couldn't afford treatment.
Also ich denke, das hat auch einen nachhaltigen Effekt, dass man armen Leuten Möglichkeiten schafft, wieder besser dazustehen.
From the very start, the medical mission sisters got involved outside the hospital as well, for example in the field of public health care or in empowering girls and women. All these activities have led to trust and a very close bonding of the population.
እኛ በሆስፒታል ከሚነድ እኛ ራሳችን እንዳለን ብሎ ህዝቡ ጮሆ በዛ በቤቱ ላይ ወጣ። እግዚአብሔር አዳነ ሆስፒታሉ። ያ ቤት ነበሩ እሱ ቤቱን ተቀጣጥሎ ሆስፒታሉ አዳነ። አሁን በማንኛውም ነገር ሆስፒታል በአንድ ነገር መጣበት ቢባል ህዝቡ ህይወቱን የሚሰጠው።
Sister Rita and her team have substantially contributed to making a lasting basic surgical care and follow-up care accessible to all sectors of the population in this region and to creating sustainability in all conceivable areas. The role as a teaching center is going to be expanded in the future. Among other intentions, part of the practical specialist training as gynecologist obstetrician at nearby Valkiti University is supposed to take place at Attat Hospital. Kröner Schiffer waits for her husband outside the neonatal unit. She can go home today with a healthy child and without any operation.